With Any Guy and Jerry Atric. Happy Halloween! You say trick or treat, I say suck my meat.
Boo! And welcome to an extra spooky edition of Inside Analysis with me, the man who puts anal in analysis, Any Guy, and my partner, Jerry Atric. Now, our show today is sponsored by the Reese's Roofie Cups. It's a way to trick her into having your treat. Now, you're going to notice that we have decorations all throughout our desk. I'm very festively dressed with my nice jack-o'-lantern shirt because it is Halloween, the spookiest and kookiest day of the year. Jerry Atric, tell them about your costume.
Well, Any Guy, unfortunately, I don't make enough. I don't make as much as you do. I can't even afford a shirt representing Halloween, but I am a man. I have a spider. I'm a Spider-Man.
That's very well done by you. I like the way you think, and I also like my new hat. Inspired by Jerry Atric, but probably much better. Now, we're going to get right into, I'm sorry if that breaks your heart that I say that. Speaking of breaking, let's get into the breaking news that we have this week. What do you want to tell the people about Brett Favre, Jerry?
Brett Favre, 2 fractures in your ankle. That was the first report, Annie. Now it's speculated that it's in your heel. Maybe next it'll be in your penis. I mean, it is that big. Annie, what are your thoughts on Brett Favre and the quarterback situation around the league and all these injuries taking place in the NFL right now?
Well, let me tell you something. There's a bunch of injuries all over the NFL. It's pretty much like a series of Survivor in the NFL right now to see who's going to stay up. And the big hitman is voting everybody off because the tribe has spoken. Well, that tribe is the G-men, the New York Football Giants. They've taken out 5 starting quarterbacks this year, including Tony Romo of the Dallas Cowboys, who was knocked out by Michael Bowie after Chris Gronkowski misses a block. Bowie comes in, Romo flings the ball out, completes the pass, first down. Everybody's happy except for Romo, who is down on his back, probably tears coming down his face, broken clavicle, out at least 6 weeks, and probably out for the season.
Well, you know who else is crying right now? JJ, Jerry Jones, because guess what, Jerry? Cowboys 1-5, not a good start. And now your starting quarterback is John Kitna. Good luck with that. He hasn't played football in 2 years. 2 years. That's 1. That's 2. That's 2 years. Oh, and guess who else isn't happy? Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips, you're going to be coaching Fort Worth, Texas football next season because you will not be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, you might take him out back, probably assassinate him firing squad style because, that's the way Jerry handles things. Or he might just boot him out of town and, trade him for a bag of potato chips to the St. Louis Rams because that's just as bad as a death sentence. But actually, getting back to Tony Romo, Jerry Jones, Wade Phillips, all that, we actually have a very special interview lined up. We're going to go now to the phone. I believe we have Tony Romo on the line right now for an interview with me, Any Guy, on Inside Analysis. Now let's take the Subway Fresh Take Hotline where we have Tony Romo. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Tony, is this you? Tony, are you there?
Yeah, this is me.
Okay, now this is Any Guy. You do remember that we had this interview set up, correct?
Well, somebody at some production company said I would have an interview with some guy. Why am I now being told that I'm speaking to Any Guy?
Well, this is my name. I'm not some guy. I'm Any Guy. That's who I am.
Oh, I get it. It's kind of like a play on words, right?
It's just my name. All right. Don't be a dick. Whatever. I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
There?
Yeah, Tony,
Oh, hi.
I'm here.
My name's Tony Romo.
Thanks, Tony. Now, let me just get to the questions because I don't know how much more I can take of this already. And the Subway Fresh Take Hotline is going to get stale if you're taking things like that. So, the first question, I'm going to just get right to it. Did it hurt when you broke your collarbone?
Well, I kind of had a big, strong man land on top of me, and I had feelings of hurt and pleasure going through my body at the same time, if you know what I mean. It was great, but it hurt a little bit, but sometimes pain is a beautiful thing.
Okay, well then, now that you're injured, what do you think about the Cowboys' future this season without you?
Well, let's be honest, they are probably much better off because I am a poor quarterback, a poor decision for the Cowboys, and John Kitna has a lot more experience than me. He's played for more teams. I don't know, Annie. I just kind of go out there and do my thing. I'm kind of happy I'm injured right now. It gives me more time to spend time calling my buddies like Chris Collinsworth. Man, he's a great guy.
That's really great. This is great inside analysis we're getting with you, Tony. Now, when you guys started 1-4, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. All right, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, I'm here, Tony.
Oh, hi, my name's Tony Romo.
Thank you. This is great to have you on the phone here, Subway Fresh Take Hotline. But listen, Tony, when you guys started 1-4, did you ever think that maybe your recklessness on the football field and your poor decision making, maybe just poor, was possibly something that really contributed to your poor 1-4 start while you were still the quarterback before you broke your collarbone?
Well, it's no doubt what I did contributed to it, but team is not spelled with an I. There is me in team, so I guess it's all my fault. I guess it's a good thing that I'm injured. I'm kind of happy for the Cowboys, too. I guess you're right, Eddie, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, maybe it is all me. Like I said, I just go out there. If I win, I win. If I lose, well, shucks. As long as I got my best guy friends, and especially that Chris Collinsworth, man, he's one hell of a guy.
Let me just tell you something. This is really quite a different interview than I expected with you, Tony. But I just, one final question. Now that you're probably not going to play for the rest of the season, since the Cowboys aren't going to make the playoffs, then why would they want to risk your injury to bring you back? What do you think you're going to do for the rest of the season, since you won't be playing football with your broken clavicle? And second part of that question, do you miss Carrie Underwood at all? I think maybe you're going to try to call her up, or Jessica Simpson, and try to see what they're doing while you're off.
Well, me and Carrie really we don't speak that much anymore, and Jessica, well, she hates my guts ever since finding out about me and Kristen.
Wow, it almost sounded like you were going to say Chris, but I guess I'll let you keep going.
But anyway, as I was going to say, in the off-season, well, now since it's my off-season, I think I might try and watch that sport. What is it? The National Hockey League? The hockey? What is it?
National Hockey League.
Yeah,
it's hockey, the guys on the ice where they hit the puck. Yes, I'm here.
Oh, hi, my name's Tony Romo.
Thanks, Tony. Listen, it was a really great interview. We're glad for all the insight you gave us, but we're going to have to let you go, and we're going to have to... What's that?
Can I give a shout-out?
I guess, Tony. Are you Tony, are you there? Is this Tony Romo? Hello?
Oh, hi.
All right, that's good. I wanted to make sure you're there. Tony, who do you want to give a shout-out to? Real quick, Subway Fresh Take Hotline wants to know.
I'd like to say hello to my best friend in the whole world, Chris Collinsworth. I love you, Chris.
You love Chris Collinsworth. We would have to get Chris Collinsworth in here in a separate interview
I really love him.
Wow, that is amazing stuff. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you. It's very inappropriate and unprofessional, but that's just... I'm really just shocked at some of the things we've heard in this interview. But we just want to remind you that you can join Jared in his big marathon run that he's training for at Subway, and you can also get the teriyaki sub and any 6-inch sub at Subway, 12-inch, whatever, any Subway $5 foot long for $5 at Subway. Thanks for joining us on the Subway Fresh Take Hotline. Just eat at Subway, and thanks. Good talking to you, Tony.
Thank you.
All right, bye. Tony, are you there?
Oh,
yeah,
hi.
no, bye.
Well, let me tell you something, Eddie. Tony Romo is an interesting man, and I don't know what to make of that Chris Collinsworth nonsense.
Yeah, that's some very strange stuff. We're going to have to probably try to get Collinsworth on the program, maybe to get a little more insight on that. A very good interview. Thanks to Tony Romo. Thanks to the fine people at Subway for the Subway Fresh Take Hotline and that nice interview that was provided us. But now, we're going to move on to a brand new segment we're debuting this week here on Inside Analysis. You're going to love it at home, and it's called...
Are You Serious?
And this week, the Are You Serious moment is going to, without doubt, have to be Tim Lincecum in Game 1 of the World Series. You saw Nelson Cruz hits a... Let's just show the clip. There it is. Nelson Cruz right there hits a little liner right down the third base line. Tim Lincecum goes and picks it up. Michael Young on third goes to start to run home. You see Lincecum starts to chase him down, looking back at first and just has a brain fart, doesn't toss the ball back to first. Michael Young goes back and is safe, and Nelson Cruz is safe at first. Are you serious?
Let me tell you something. That's a play that you learn to make in Little League. Don't get me wrong. Tim Lincecum still looks like he's in Little League. But let's be serious. Are you serious, Tim Lincecum? Make the play.
That's exactly right. I mean, maybe he was a little high on some of that happy stuff that he's known for speaking, and also maybe his hair was a little too long. Maybe it was in his eyes. He probably hasn't washed it in a couple of years. Maybe he didn't even know there was a man on third. Maybe he was just running blind, trying to get to his new bag of weed, his great kush. Tim Lincecum, make the play, man up. You're in the World Series. At least they were able to get the win in that game.
Speaking of games, let's go right to it, Annie. The reason you're all watching, the game of the week.
And this week it was the Indianapolis Colts hosting the Houston Texans. And it was one hell of a game. And let's get it right now. The highlights. An exciting game that we saw. Lots of offense. So if you like defense, pause it or fast forward. But here's the highlights of this game. Intercepted in the end zone by Quinn Jr. They just tried to take a shot.
Could be the opportunity that the Texans need to tie the game up and take this one in overtime.
Now they're back and they're looking and they're going to check it down to Owen Daniels again, who is left wide open underneath. And he comes in, 5 receiver set technically again, and fires to the middle, and it's Dickerson, whoever that is. You see Lacey going for the football. They can't get it. Oh, this is seconds left. I'm just saying that they can't afford to check it down or throw it short of the end zone unless the guy can definitely get in. And now he's got Walter in motion. He's going underneath with them, and it's not going to be in. Andre Johnson, he didn't throw it into the end zone.
That's going to do it. How do you throw that underneath?
They come back to the line, and no one's going to happen there. Let me tell you something. I am exhausted from watching that. That was exciting.
Let me tell you something. I came and I saw to come and see that Peyton Manning was miraculous, marvelous in that game. 326 yards through the air and 5, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, that's 5, touchdowns. Run and tell that. All over the field did the Colts destroy the Houston Texans defense in that game.
Yeah, but you want to talk about defense. We didn't see much of that from either side. Matt Schwab also putting up over 200 yards, 3 touchdowns of his own. Andre Johnson, 3 catches, over 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Very, very impressive outing by both of them. You saw the Colts, they really were able to contain the run, but another big play was when Steve Slayton got that outside edge and brought that kick return back. Another game changer that really kept him in it. And you got to say, even down to the final seconds, the Texans had a chance until they threw it short.
Matt
Schwab
didn't
get in the end zone.
Matt Schwab not thinking under pressure with, I think it was 5 seconds left, and throwing the ball over the middle. Andre Johnson out of the end zone. That's going to run the clock out, Schwab. But I mean, you got to hand it to the Texans for staying in there, for clawing and fighting. But the Colts prevailed with the victory and now sit alone atop the AFC South.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. That was a hell of a game, and we enjoyed it. And we hope you all think that we had a hell of a show today. But that's about all we got for you. So happy Halloween while you're sitting there and enjoying your treats. We hope you all enjoy it. Jerry Atric, send them off and let them know that next week they could, come back and see us. Or if you're in between, you're thinking of Eddie, you're thinking of Jerry, tell them how they can contact us.
Well, if you're thinking about me, my cell phone number is...
No. We want the internet.
I would never do that.
All right, that's good.
But if you want to follow us, go to twitter.com/insideanalysis. If you want to book me, Facebook me, or any, go to facebook.com/insideanalysis. And if you want to add us personally, any guy and Jerry Atric, you know how to find us.
That's right. We are both on Facebook. We hope to hear some actual comments, some actual feedback. Let us know you got the love for us, folks. We'd love to hear from you. Some thoughts, concerns, praises, or poops on our show. But for Jerry Atric, I'm Any Guy. That's all the time we have here on Inside Analysis. See you next week.